Hi, I'm Jennifer. Welcome to the Rest Reset. This is not about resolutions this year because most people are going to fail with their resolutions by February. And I have other videos on the channel that talk about that if you want to learn why and to avoid that. This is about resolve. What is going to be your mindset? What is going to be your paradigm? What is going to be your way of being this year that's going to get you massive results? So we already talked about stop being an emotional garbage can and check that out, right? But the next one I have is a huge one, and this completely changed my life. I've been through a lot. I'll tell my story in another video, but I've overcome some pretty crazy obstacles in my life. And let's just leave it there. Multiple types of trauma, setbacks, poverty, all these different things. And the one thing that completely changed everything for me is when I learned what I'm about to tell you. And it is a mindset. And this mindset is you have to bet on you. Bet on you in a major way, right? In a major way. There is nobody coming to save you. There's not a knight in shining armor. You have everything you need to do what you need to do this year. You were born with it. You came with it. It's in your DNA. You are a conqueror. So you have to bet on you. And I want to tell you a little story about how I learned this lesson and how it changed everything for me. So maybe 8, 9 years ago now, I had to leave a super, super tough family situation. I just knew the environment wasn't good for me and I had to get out. I had to move to a different state. I didn't even know where I was going to live. I just knew the situation was so toxic. I had to get out to just reestablish myself and just start over. And I don't know if you've ever felt like that. Like, I just need to start over. And I knew if I stayed where I was, it was going to suffocate me. I was around people who did not wish the best for me, and I had to just get out and get into a more positive environment. So I didn't know where I was going to go, but I started packing. I said, you know what? I'm going to leave. I don't know where I'm going to go. And what I had to do is I had to basically leave because I knew if the people around me knew I was trying to leave, it would be like crabs in a barrel, right? They would just try to pull me down and keep me where I was. So the first thing is I started to look for a new apartment in a different state in secret. They didn't know at all. For all they knew, I left and went to work that day. I actually drove to a different state and started looking for places, right? That was the first big bet that I had on myself of like, I don't know what it's going to look like, but I know right now is not where I need to be. And I did that. And one day they came and I was gone, right? And they didn't, and for almost about a year, those same folks didn't even believe I was gone. They thought I had stayed in my hometown somewhere, and I was just lying about where I was. No, I was actually gone. I didn't even tell them where I lived because I just knew I needed a clean break, right? So that was the first thing. So I had just experienced a super traumatic move, but I knew it was the right move for me, right? So that was the first thing about betting on me. The second thing that reinforced this same concept was a guy named Charles. And I hope I can find his picture somewhere to put it in this video because he completely changed my life. So I had moved, and at the time I moved, my car broke down, right? So I'm in a new state, in a new apartment, don't even have a car. So what I had to do to bet on myself at that time was, number one, I was looking to transition in my career. So I was still applying for jobs. Number two, I knew I had just been through a super hard circumstance. So I started to seek out therapy and support to kind of process that and heal from that. So that was another way I was betting on myself. Number three, I used Turo. I didn't have a car. So guess what I would do? I would rent a car once a month. I was doing little odd jobs on the side. I would rent a car once a month to do all my grocery shopping, all my laundry, all whatever errands I needed to do for about 2 or 3 days and give that car back. And that's what I had to do because I couldn't afford to get another car. And so one day I was taking an Uber actually to the grocery store or something and back. And I got in the car with this guy named Charles. And Charles had Ralph Polo from head to toe. I mean, just polo everything. He had a polo visor, polo sunglasses on, a polo hat, a polo shirt. And he even had his polo umbrella. And I was like, wow. And I had never seen somebody with so much polo. And we struck up a conversation and he was telling me, I live in Atlanta, and he was telling me about how he was from New York. And I asked him, I was like, okay, so do you like being in Atlanta, or, did you want to stay in New York? He was like, I love being in Atlanta because he likes the weather down here a lot better. And he was just talking about how, he's so glad he took the move. He was so glad he moved his family down. He was so glad because it completely changed his life. The affordability was much better here. And he said something that was so powerful to me. He was just like, I am a grateful guy. He was like, when I was in New York and I lived in the projects, I had to climb up 6 flights of steps or 7 flights of steps with my laundry. Now I'm in Atlanta. I got my own washing machine. I got my own dryer. Guess what? I don't care if I don't even have anything to wash or dry that day. I'm going to put a little washcloth in there and use my dryer and be thankful for what I got. And his attitude was just so inspiring. He's just like, I'm going to use that dryer. Everything I have, I'm grateful for. And he was just like, girl. And so we drove into the neighborhood. And at the time I was staying in a small little in-law suite. I had found a small apartment for like $800 a month at the bottom of an older lady's basement. It was living there, but it was a beautiful neighborhood. And I remember feeling just such peace when I first drove into that neighborhood. And I was like, okay, this is where I need to be. And I just knew that that would be the place that I could launch the rest of my life from. And so Charles drove me into the neighborhood and he was like, look at this. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Girl, you are doing a thing. You got to bet on you. You got to bet on you. And he was like, I love Ralph Polo, and I have this Polo umbrella and this Polo coaster, and I'm grateful for it. Because you know what? I bet on me. I would still be freezing in New York right now if I hadn't bet on me. And you know what? You got to bet on you. So I want to be your Charles today. That moment really changed everything for me because it encouraged me so much. Like, you have to bet on you. Nobody else is going to do it for you, but you have everything you need right now to change your life. You don't need another guru. You don't need another anything. Bet on you. You know what to do. You know what to do. And if you don't know, you could pray, of course, seek wisdom, seek counsel. I always say, go look at people who have the results you want and follow what they say, right? So there's definitely room to pull in wisdom, but regardless, you're the one that's going to have to act on it. You're the one that's going to have to put it into practice. You're the one that's going to have to change your life this year. So I want to encourage you, bet on you this year in a major way. Invest in yourself. I remember my first communication course, I went to a training by a master communicator named Danny Johnson. Amazing woman in so many ways. Her training cost me a couple $1,000s to go. I had never invested that much in my life into myself. But when I bet on myself and I went, it completely transformed my life. My income shot up by 6 figures in about 3 months after I left that training. So that's just an example. Wherever it is that you can invest in yourself, wherever you've been like, I don't know if I should take the plunge, do it. It's time to bet on you this year, whether that's getting into an environment that supports you, whether that's investing in your education, whether that's investing in your health, whether that's investing in your love life, whether that's investing in your relationships in general and taking time, whether that's doing that courageous thing and stepping outside of the box in a way that you didn't realize you could. It's time to bet on you this year. So let me be your Charles. Bet on you in 2026 and beyond in a major way. You've got to. You got to. People are out every day taking risks. The government is taking risks with our health and with our lives. People are taking risks all day long. People are gambling at the casino. People are betting on all these other things. People are betting on some savior to come that's not coming. Bet on you. It's time. And lastly, if you want to learn how to bet on yourself without burning out, check out my Rest Starter Kit. Below. It's going to have a lot of resources to help you reflect, help you regroup, help you decide what you want to bet on, how you want to bet on yourself, how you want to invest in yourself this year. So please do that. Check that out. And thank you for watching. You did not have to watch to the end, but when you do and when you watch and like and subscribe and share, it helps me so much and it helps other people discover this content that I hope inspires them too. So if you could like and share, that would be so awesome. But I want to encourage you. Bet on you this year. You got this. See you in the next one.